Pulcinella was one of Stravinsky's most popular works. With its quirky humour and catchy tunes, you can immediately see why. See, when you're actually playing it, you hear this going on, but you have to sit back and watch it as a whole to really appreciate how well people play. Born near St. Petersburg in 1882, Igor Stravinsky was the child of two musicians who hoped their son would choose a different career path. But fate was to intervene. At university, Stravinsky befriended a fellow law student, the son of Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov, one of Russia's leading composers. Introductions were made, and the young Stravinsky quickly became Rimsky-Korsakov's composition student. Being taught by one of Russia's most popular musicians came with several advantages. Korsakov championed Stravinsky's early works in local concerts. One such concert was to change the course of Stravinsky's life. The Paris-based impresario Sergei Diaghilev attended, fell in love with Stravinsky's music, and a few commissions later, in 1910, the ballet Firebird opened at the Palais Garnier in Paris. It was an enormous success. This unknown 28-year-old Russian composer became an overnight sensation in the busy turn-of-the-century artistic and intellectual life of Paris. The following year saw the success of Stravinsky's second Parisian ballet, Petrushka, followed by his famously controversial anti-ballet, The Rite of Spring. As Stravinsky's success grew, trouble brewed in Europe. Fleeing from the revolution in Russia and the outbreak of World War I, Stravinsky and his wife went into exile in Switzerland. It was there that he wrote his Soldier's Tale. Stravinsky's contact with Diaghilev became tenuous during the war. The Ballet Russe had disbanded. When peace finally came in 1918, Stravinsky returned to Paris and reunited with Diaghilev. And a few years later, the ballet Pulcinella opened at the Paris Opera. With choreography by the celebrated dancer Léonide Massine and sets by Pablo Picasso. It's so virtuosic, the orchestral writing. Everybody's got such an important part to play. You know, every single member of the orchestra. It's kind of concerto for us all.
Pulcinella is a very particular thing that hasn't really got a story as such. It's more a collection of characters. And Stravinsky borrowed the music of Pergolesi for this and dressed it in 20th century clothing.
Pulcinella marked a shift in Stravinsky's writing, away from the Russian sounds towards the inheritance of the Western European classical tradition. And you watch Maxime conducting, it's all very light and just encouraging you to play. Sergei Diaghilev died in 1929, marking the end of one of the most significant collaborative relationships of Stravinsky's life. According to some sources, Diaghilev's death severed the final emotional tie Stravinsky had with Russia. In his autobiography, Stravinsky wrote, "I live neither in the past nor in the future. I am in the present. I cannot know what tomorrow will bring forth. I can know only what the truth is for me today." Stravinsky died in New York in April of 1971, holding French and American citizenship, but was buried in Venice, fitting for a composer whose work spanned space, style, and nation. In order to create, there must be a dynamic force. And what force is more potent than love?